Hello, welcome to Overlord Arcade. I'm Ben, and today, despite the red crown, we are playing the bluest of princes. A game that, it's funny, I got pitched the game at first because I was told it's a completely unheard of concept in video gaming. I'm like, in video gaming, yes. However, it does strike me a little bit like Betrayal at House on the Hill, which is a game I freaking love. I wish, oh my god, a video game adaptation of that would be so cool. I wonder how that would even work. It would probably have to, actually no, that wouldn't be that bad because whoever the trader is would just get their own special prompt when the thing rolls. The digital dice would be a little funny. Anyway, enough about a completely unrelated game. We're playing Blue Prince. And I have done nothing to see what the game done be doing, or how the game done be played. So I'm very excited to see how this works. From what I was pitched, again, it's kind of like it's rogue-lite-y. I never know how to use roguelite or roguelike. I think it's roguelite.
Of the Mount Holly estate at Reddington.
I better shut up, Herbert's talking.
And declare this instrument my last will and testament.
Alright, well he dead.
And hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
Wait, if you're revoking the wills, why did you make wills? That seems goofish.
And bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in
that is a
the house
big
and land which
ding-dang estate. You know what's funny? I never think about it this way, but when you inherit like an estate,
on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering
it's kind of like when you win a prize in like a game show. It's not like a liquid value thing.
Room has been kept a secret.
Room 46. So like,
Staff and servants of the manor.
I've never inherited property, so I don't know how that works as far as like
Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Timely, like how long?
Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse.
Alright, so I have to spend a night in a haunted mansion, except instead of it being haunted, it has a hidden room, and instead of being a mansion, it's a puzzle like the house from 13 Ghosts.
Herbert S.
Hopefully it's made all of glass so I can see through walls, because that sounds troublesome. Also, I don't actually know that I'm a prince. I think I'm just some foppish, no-school attending dork. Day one of many. I've already forgot my own name. Another dude on the recording was Herbert. Simon. I am Simon, the bluest of prince. The game is definitely blue enough. I will admit, it's very blue. Hello, letter. Open only in the event of my death. You're very dead. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy. I don't remember. That is very good. I am starting quite in medias res when it comes to remembering these things. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Find room 46. Please don't mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a couple things you have to do to prove that you're my heir. Well, thanks so much for confidence. A few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. I brought a backpack. Does that count? Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. Even if they go into my backpack, that doesn't count toward or against my tools or items from outside the estate. You may not stay overnight. That's the one rule of a haunted mansion! I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for somebody as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh every morning by washing your royalness in the fountain or in a tool shed. I don't know. Where am I supposed to be staying? Overnight means what? Do I sleep in a car? I can't stay in the estate. Each morning, do not rely on the successes of the previous day. Okay, sure. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be in the same rooms you find tomorrow. That's what I was already intrigued by. The fact that every room is randomly generated I hope there's more than one floor. The only thing I'm worried about is that this is like a one-floor puzzle. Don't go where the path leads, abandon the path, and go where you want it to lead. I'd like to find the contractor that... The blueprint. Oh, cool, okay. Tableau. Neat. Antechamber. No idea. Okay, so all these doors effectively go nowhere. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you're in a room, you'll lose 1 feet. You no longer have any feet left. You'll be too tired to continue searching. Must call it a day. Alright, you know, it makes sense to me. Oh, 2 items all the way. Also, it makes sense to have a closet right at the foyer. Ooh, a key? Yes, sir. And... sleep mask. Oh! Okay, so I didn't make a bedroom happen, but I do have a sleep mask now, so instead of gaining 2 feet, I gain 5 feet. I already like this game. It's very interesting to me. Wait, I lost 2 feet. I opened 1 door. Why do I have... I started with 50. Why do I have 48? Oh, that's 10 feet. I think we're going to make a nook. Right off the front. Although a window would have been tasty. Okay, I have a gold key and I have a regular key. I think a den would be... I'm trying to, like, make a house based on how I would imagine one. I wouldn't put, like, if I was gonna make a bathroom, I would honestly have it right off the foyer, because, I mean, shit, if I'm gonna have somebody come over and they're like, I needs to pee! I would then go, sorry, bucko, no pee-pee for you. Alright, what did this room make? Oh, I found a gem of sorts. Hello, clock. So I also know this game has puzzles out the butt, which I'm all down for. I love puzzles. It is going on 8:45. These 2 clocks are lined up, but they are moving, so I don't know if I can rely... That's a lot of dang clocks, man. How many clocks you got in here? 4 clock, 5, 6 clock. How many clocks do you need? I feel like that's going to count towards something. So, okay, I got 1 clock, 2 clock, 3 clock, 4 clock, 5 clock, 6 clocks. Alright, well, I guarantee I won't forget what time it is while I'm here. Storeroom. Ooh, parlor store. Oh, shit, that's so many things. I think I like the idea of the storeroom. Because I like... a couple bucks, a nice shiny rock, and a keef. Okay, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking out for. Okay, so this is going to be off of the entrance hall. Let's see if we can connect these, because that'll be nice. No, we can't. Corridor is always left unlocked. Yeah, okay, well, we'll try to loop this bad boy around. Always left unlocked. What does that mean? Well, I do have keys. I guess that's what they mean by that. There's a hat. There is... oh, hallway. That's what we want to see. Want to see a hallway. Never mind, I already goofed. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. We opened into a closet. That ain't no dip dang good. Oh, what's that? Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. Well, which way's north? I like that. Okay, so we're in the hall. Well, I can't go that way. Actually, I do suppose I am in the westest of wings. A gem requirement. Okay. Drawing. I have a gem. I get it now. Okay, I get it. You know, I guess I never realized that the drawing room is literally the room in which one does a lot of drawings. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you'll draw 3 floor plans. Yeah, I got it. But you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Snazzy. Snazzy-diculous. What? Hold on. One glibberty-gling. This sounds pretty dope, actually. So, a nursery means every time I draw a bedroom, I'm getting buku feeties. Oh, I drew a bedroom! I got the feeties back! Okay. I don't even know what that is. Ooh. Princey book, the red no, I'm the blue prince. You've gotten it wrong already. Oh, fuck it. There was a blue prince who sat on a blue throne. He had a blue crown made of sapphires. And a red... blue castle made of blue rocks. The prince had a love for all things blue, the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. Of course, none of these things were blue. And he never looked up, for a fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was far too blue. I'm still the blue prince. I am not reading this as if it is red. I know the game I'm playing. I know the book I'm reading. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down. If he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. Why would he want there to be clouds? They're white. He just made a big stink about it. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? The story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we've said. You're walking me down a path I don't like. It was the story of a boy who also wore blue! And he looked like our prince from his toes in his shoe. And you, my reader, may already assume that this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. If a story about you, if it needs to be said, about a blue prince and the blue book we just read. Frickin' smug kids with your books that don't know how to colors. I'm the blue prince. Do not even at me about being red. In fact, reading is forbidden. I will not have any of that. No, I don't want to lose money. Rumpus room! Bam! Hell yeah, give me that money. Money, 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 money. Oh, you just said it gave me $8. There's my money. Oh yeah, baby boy, yeah. Eventually, I'm gonna find a way to get through this whole thing. You know what? I don't need your estate. I got $9. Silly old man with your silly old gewgaws. Zoltan, tell me my fortune. You better be animated. You better be a little animator.
And as it was foretold,
That was more than I bargained
I
for.
am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself
Am I dead?
face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect.
But are you smarter than Akinator?
To look into your future.
Can you guess what character I'm thinking of?
The image is becoming clear.
You are a blue
I
prince.
see a boy.
The bluest of princes.
A boy standing on a shore of white sand.
Although I can tell you don't like the color of the sand, because it's not blue.
Something he was told he would not find.
King Cat!
See a black cat tied to a red flag.
Well, I hope the cat's not stuck there.
I hear the wind blowing.
Whoever stuck that cat to a flag is a dick.
I see.
What is it, wooden? Was the flag made of wood?
Marked by a rogue moon.
That's an outhouse.
Door that is always locked, yet has no key.
Well, that's
The
dickish.
door you have been searching for yet will not find.
Oh, you're an anus.
A lost room beyond the dark waters.
Don't tell me I won't find it. That's dickish.
What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
What if the Great Elzara is like
The dawn
terrible?
The following day.
Wait, did he just tell me that I've already goofed and I'm not gonna find the door today? I guess if you found it on day one, that would really suck. You are an anus, Elzara. Anus. Oh, shit. Look at that. Garage is a dead end, though, I think. I like the parlor, because it has more doors. Plus, I think there's a puzzle in here. The gems are in this box. Well, good to know. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. Oh, well, okay, that's this box then, right? It's the black one. How does one open the key? Ah, here we go. Wind up key, component of the parlor game. Great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your state with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I could refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles. I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write one of the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, Mr. Lowry. Always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize, and the other 2 are always empty. Okay, so 2 lies and a truth. The gems are in this box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. So, if they were in the blue box, the gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box. That's 2 lies right there. The gems are in this... Well... Why wouldn't it be this one, actually? That is 2 lies. Bubkiss. You screwed me again! Lowry! I wish you would tell me which one it was in. What, the door is locked. Use a key, motherfucker. I guess the pantry. We'll save the bedroom for a while. Ah, a tasty apple, thank you. Couple bucks. I do declare that as a nice find. Please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think that even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. You didn't get that fruit. I found 1 apropos. There's only 1 apple in the house. Okay, we're gonna make some more doors, because I'm running low on doors. But every time I enter the chapel, it takes $1. So that's a bitch. This is very ornate. Is there a reason you have a whole chapel in this house? You know what? I'm overthinking it. I hope I don't have to double back through the chapel. I love the idea of a bathroom right off of the chapel. But we're going to go into the bedroom. I'm going to gain a bunk load of steps. The trunk is locked. Fine, open the trunk. I only have so many keys, but I did gain a grip of gems. I will take a grip of gems. Greetings from Reddington. Thank you. I feel very welcomed. Oh, what the hell? Must you be only use of key? Oh, with the $1! West Wing. I am in the West Wing. I will give them some points there. You sneaky salamander. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask the staff members to refrain from drafting them during their period of mourning. Well, whoopsie-doo! Apparently I don't give a donk about Lady Clara. Okay, well, I don't have any more... Everything else is locked, so I have to call it a day. I have to. It's dip-doodled, but I'm so full of steps! But we'll have to come back tomorrow and search more then.